Hi, everyone. I've got you all muted. We're just going to wait for everybody else to join. In the meantime, I'm going to share my screen so that while you're waiting, you can join the slide deck.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Thank you for doing this. It's awesome.
No worries. So when we start, I'll mute everyone.
Brilliant.
Just so that I can do my thing. And then at the end, we'll have questions. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
No worries. Can you see my screen all right?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Oh, I'm on. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, how you going?
Good. Thanks for this.
That's all right. We've got to pull together in this interesting time.
Yeah, I'm really, really keen on this. So thank you very much. Yeah.
No worries. So if you type in the link there, that will bring up my slide deck for you guys. And I would also recommend probably having another device available because we're going to have a play at the beginning part using some of the tools as well. So if you've got another device lying around like a phone or an iPad or something, have that handy. Or you can just watch. It's all good. So
Okay.
5 minutes. Yeah. Just got some people still coming. So we meant to have about 50, but we'll see if everyone comes along, and whoever doesn't, I'm running another repeat session. So this exact same session again next week. So if you think that the session is amazing and you want to share that with other people, you can give them the link and then they can come and watch it next week again too. So just give it another 4 minutes. Got some people messaging asking for the code. Awesome, another couple of minutes. Awesome. So here's the screen, the slide deck, and the link there is for a copy of the slides if you want for yourself afterwards. Oh, hopefully my internet can hold out. Cool. So we'll be starting in a couple of minutes.
I can't hear it.
Can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Are we just waiting for a few more people and then we'll start? Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Cool. All right, so we will get started. I'm going to mute everyone just so that we don't have people's faces popping up all the time and things like that. So the link to the slides is here if you want to copy it and make a copy for yourself. Thank you all for coming today. My name's Jordan. I am just going to share with you a very brief introduction into Seesaw and how you can use it. This is the first of a few sessions I'm going to run. The next one is another one next week on activities, the activity library. And this one is more like a beginner's sort of guide to it. While we're working today, some tips for the session. Please keep your microphone switched off. If you have a question or something that you need to ask while we're going, type it in the chat. There will be questions at the end. The session is being recorded. Hopefully, I just need to check on that. I'll just check the recording. And it's going to be interactive. So like I said before, please have a device around if you want to learn as well that we do what we're doing and have a play as well. Cool. Just going to keep going. Awesome. So the session outcomes for today. So we are going to look at why Seesaw is so amazing, explore some of the tools. I'm going to touch on home learning codes, the settings and announcements, because as we move into home learning, those are the three things that are going to probably help us the most. And so like I said, this is going to be targeted at a beginning level because the variation across all the teachers that have signed up was quite extreme. So we'll start at the beginning and then I'll taper it as we go along for the next sessions. So what is Seesaw? Seesaw is a student captured learning portfolio. It's for classes, teachers, students, parents, where we can all work together to share learning. It's got several tools in one app. So here are your tools down here. You can share it with family, peers, neighbors, the world. It's a great tool for documenting learning, and it's super easy for students, teachers, parents to use. And the great part about it is free. I know some schools use the paid version. You don't necessarily need the paid version. You can do everything you want on the free version, and which is great for parents, because what parent wants to pay money to see their child's work? Again, a really great thing about Seesaw is you can use it across different platforms. So whether your parents have got Apple, Android, Chromebooks, computers, or even Kindles, they can access Seesaw seamlessly from there, which is really great for parents, also for teachers and for your students as well, if you have BYOD in your classroom. So why is Seesaw so great? So there are lots of apps out there, and some of them, well, actually all of them are amazing in their own way. Why I think Seesaw is great: it gives all your students a voice. It makes their thinking visible. You can see what they're doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing it. It adds voice, creates ownership, so your students can document learning themselves, builds reflection, supports creativity. And the main point that I've underlined here is it builds a strong communication between home and school. And as we enter the lockdown period, this is totally going to be a great piece of software for you to communicate with your parents. For the last 2 days, I've been using it, setting my kids little challenges, which are optional. And it's been increasing that communication between my home, their home, and the students themselves. I can't hear you. Oh, can everybody else hear me? Lisa says she can't hear me. Can everybody else show me with a thumbs up if they can hear me or not? Oh, I can't even see you guys. Can you just say yes if you can hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Sorry.
Yeah.
Choice. I can hear. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, Lisa. I'm not sure why you can't hear me. I'm really sorry. Just going to admit these people. Cool. Okay, so some ways that you can use Seesaw for home learning. So these are the ways that I currently use it as of the last 2 days we've been at home. Students have been taking photos of what they're doing at home and sharing it with me. So here is one of my students. She was making banana chocolate chip muffins. She took a photo and shared it with me. Something really simple. I created a comment back, and we've had some dialogue through there on what she was doing at home. Make sure you've allowed the computer to access audio. Yes, make sure you've allowed the computer to access the audio so you can hear me. Thank you, Danielle. Another one is sharing explanations of what they're doing. This one down here, Alex, he recorded a voice comment explaining his pictures. So he had taken 3 pictures of some insects around his home, and then he used the voice comments to further tell me what they were and how or why, and we've been interacting through voice comments there. Some activities that you could assign to your students at home to do. I'm currently assigning 1 a week, even through the holidays, because I've had a few parents say, I still want to keep kids learning. That's totally cool. That's up to them. So each week I'm going to share a different activity that they can do. And the most important one really at the moment for home learning is communication. So you can send messages to students and parents. I've sent the same message to both my parents so that they can, parents and students, so they can see and be reminded of what we're doing in class and at home. I teach year 0 to 2 students, so I have quite a range in my classroom, and they are able to use this by themselves. So all of their work here that I know of is student-led. Okay, if the parents have helped, you can usually hear them in the comments and things, but for the moment it's student-led, which is awesome. Some other ways that you can use it in the classroom. Now these ideas definitely you can just take and adapt for home learning. You've got your announcements, your notices, and your communication. So sharing notices and things that you're doing. You could use that for home learning by sharing quick announcements. By completing reading activities. So if you are still wanting students to do some reading, you could set activities or request things for them to do while they're at home. This one here is reading a section of a book. Picture responses, letter of the week, word of the week. This one's just a word check, and then a book response too. Again, it's just pick and take what you want to choose and how much work you want to provide for them at home. Maths activities, same thing. We've done whole class activities, finding some particular numbers, screenshots from different apps and activities that I've set up. While they're at home, you could set these as activities, or you could just have them complete some maths work and then share that with you at home, between each other. Same thing with writing. Here's some examples for writing. In class, we do quite a lot of publishing and sharing of photos. Again, they can do that from home. You could have them create a story, take a photo and share that with you, like they would in class, but from home. And pictures of what they're doing. Cool. All right, so we are going to have a play as a student. So if you would like to partake, you totally can. Grab your device, any device, log out from where you are. So you will need to sign out as a teacher and then sign in as a student. I'm just going to grab the text code for you guys so that if you've got a Google sign in, you can sign in with that. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm flicking back. Oh, no, I'm not. Ooh. I will put the code in the chat, the text code, because I'm not going to be able to edit this because it's in present mode. There we go. So if you want to log in with the text code is in the chat. Otherwise, sign in via QR code. If you're having any problems, just drop a chat message. When you log in, it should take you to a beautiful picture of me saying you are in the right spot. So you have got your teacher account. You need to sign out through the top left with the wheel. Click sign out and then click I'm a student and scan the QR code. All the text code is in the chat. If you've got any problems, just drop a message in the chat and I can help you there. Give you another minute or so. And if you just want to watch, that's totally fine. You don't have to partake in the session. I know that learning by doing is, please can you share the code as I can't see it. Which code, Jade? Do you mean the text code? The text code is KXVPOW, the text code. Or do you mean the QR code? Do you have to download the app? Yes, you do need to download the class app, not the family app, the class app. So I'll repeat that. The text code is KXVPOW. Oh, do that too. Oh, that's because I was just texting it to somebody. Sorry, there we go. To everyone. KXVPOW. Just an FYI, this is my first time ever doing a Zoom chat with adults and more than 18 kids. I did my second one today with my class and I had 18 children. I've never done 42, so this is pretty scary for me. Yeah, awesome, you're on. Perfect, that's so great. I can see your face, thanks, cool. That's cool. Awesome, okay, we will get cracking onwards. This is your home screen view. So when you log on, when your kids log on, this is what they should see, their home view. Over here, it'll show you your teacher classes, so how many other classes you might have. This is where all your evidence will be of where students have posted their learning. Down here, you'll have your students' names. So for today's sake, because I don't know all 42 of your names, I've just put the first letter where you'll add your work. Over here, you've got journal, activities, inbox, and then the last one is your skills. And you're doing a great job. Oh, thanks guys. The big green add button here is one of the most important parts. That is where students go to add things to the class. Over here, you've got your settings as well, and that's where you change your settings. Cool. All right, let's flick on. Your tools that you've got is photo, video, drawing, camera roll, or an upload, note, and link. Now, I have noticed that this has not been changed to the new version, so yours will look slightly different than mine, but those are the tools. They all do the same thing. The magic plus button, as I call it to my students, is where you go when you want to share something. So if you click on that green button on your screen, it's going to bring up your tools. And the first tool we're going to use is the camera tool. So the camera tool is great because it's built into the app. It is kid friendly. It is finger friendly. And along the bottom when you use it, it's got 3 different camera buttons that you can push to help for ease of taking a photo. So as we go along, feel free to take a selfie with me through the steps, and then at the end of these steps, there will be an activity for you to add a photo by yourself independently. So the first thing you do is you click the green plus, you then tap photo, and it will show you a view of what you have currently set up with your camera. Then you need to change it to a selfie. So we're going to talk about selfies. So up the top, there's a little blue camera. If you tap that, it will turn it around to your lovely face. Then when you are ready, you're going to choose one of the green buttons to push. Now, it doesn't matter. The kids often get hung up on which button they need to push. It doesn't matter. They all do the same thing. So you tap one of those buttons and it will take a beautiful picture of your face, as you can see in my one that I took at nighttime. Once you've taken a photo, you can add or draw attention to detail in the photo. So you could add text, labels, voice recordings, other pictures. You can add a background. You can add a text caption underneath. Lots of different things that you can do to further enhance or make annotations on your picture. Once you've done that and you think, yeah, that looks choice. So there we go. I think, yes, that looks beautiful. That is my amazing artwork of my face. You can click the green tick, and that means I'm done. That's the I'm done part. I'm ready to move on. Once you've done that, you choose your name. So for today's sake, obviously, like I said, I don't know all of your names, so you will assign it to the one that has your first letter. So me, Jordan, I would select J. In your classroom, however, this would have your students' names down here. When you've done that, you click the green tick and it's added. That's it. Now, once you've done that, it will bring you to a screen and it will have a blue bar on the top and says your item is ready it needs to be approved. And that's the great thing about Seesaw, is all of the items need to get approved by the teacher first. Okay, you can turn that off. My recommendation is to leave it on. You have no idea what your students are going to post sometimes. I have had some very questionable posts put online over the last couple of days on Seesaw, so I'm glad I have that feature turned on. So your activity now for 3 minutes, I'm going to put a timer on, is to take a photo of something in your house and upload it to the journal, okay? Could be you, could be an object that's near you, could be someone in your family, could be anything in your house. Take a photo and share it to the classroom journal, okay? I'm going to put the timer on. It is Mission Impossible themed, just to add some effect. Okay, so head on over. I'm going to go over to the class. I'm going to see, oh look, 22 unapproved posts. If you've done a selfie, take another photo of something else around your house and try and use one of the tools. Awesome, so we've got text here. Beautiful texts here. Awesome, good job. Excited, cool. Oh, amazing, you guys look great. Lockdown hairstyle, I love it. So just have a play. None of these photos are going anywhere, so don't worry, I will not be sharing your selfie photos online. Oh, cute. Keep those going. So add a selfie. If you've done selfie, flip it around to the front and try and take an outwards photo. Add a different tool, draw some pictures around it using the drawing tool. Add a caption. I'll come back and check on those in a couple of minutes. You've got 1 minute 20. Let's approve all of those. Oh, we've got 15 more. Fantastic. Awesome. Can now drink a full cup of hot coffee. I totally feel you there. How do we turn the camera around? Up at the top, there's a little blue camera and you click on that in the top right and it will turn around to you. I will very quickly jump back to the slides and show you that. You got 10 seconds. Awesome, we'll stop there. So let's just go back really quickly just to show you how to turn it around for Selfie. When you open the camera, it will have a little tiny blue one up there and that switches it around, okay? So if you practice that with your kids, you could even model, do a video of yourself showing them how to do that because it's quite small, and for your younger kids, it can be hard to find, okay? Let's just have a quick look at your items. Beautiful work. So I approved some of them and you can see that those ones are there already, and it's telling me now that there's 27 unapproved posts. I need to review those, and as a teacher you can choose to approve them all in one go. If you trust your kids have got awesome work, choice. You can approve them one by one. You can delete them. Now a new feature that you can do is you can actually send them back to the kids if there is something extra that they have maybe forgotten. Now this feature is part of the new the Seesaw ambassadors or the Seesaw paid version, but they have now made that free. So anyone can access the send back tool and you can send the work back to the kids for them to complete it. This is one of their new features. It's pretty cool. I'm going to click approve all because I know all of you guys have got amazing work, and it will approve them. It's just down here processing, taking its time. Beautiful. Let's head on. So after you've done that, we're going to move on to the drawing tool. Now, the drawing tool is an amazing tool that allows students to annotate, create, share their work, draw beautiful pictures, create brainstorms, mind maps, annotation. Basically, the sky's the limit. The tools that they have are amazing. You've got your pen colors down the side. You've got your tools along the bottom. You've got your eraser, this beautiful glow pen, which glows as you write. It's incredible. The kids love it, especially if you're a little girl and you like pink. On point. A highlighter, pen, pencil, and your other tools you've got are text, drawing and recording, making a collage with multiple photos, so you don't need pic collage anymore, you can actually do this, shapes, background, and adding a caption with text or voice. So same process, you can follow along if you would like to, or you can wait until we do the activity at the end of this. Drawing a picture of your family, so you always start with the green plus. After the green plus, you head over to drawing because we're going to look at drawing this time. Down the side, choose your color. So they have recently updated it to have a whole lot more pretty fancy colors. It shows a gradient change along the right-hand side. Choose that, and then down the bottom, choose your tool that you'd like. Then draw your picture. Okay. This is my lovely, beautiful stick picture of my family. We've got me, my husband, and my daughter. Looks just like me. Then when you've done that, you can add more detail. So you could add some text. You could add a caption. You could voice record about your beautiful picture that you've made. If you don't like it, you can rub parts out. You can actually add a background too if you click on those 3 dots there, and you can add a background, which the kids love doing in my class. I've also added a text comment down there. So when you've done that, you're going to click the green tick and choose your name. Again, same process, assign it to who you are. Just realized that matched. I didn't move that down by the E. That's not very effective. And then green tick, okay? Your item is added after teacher approval again. Now I always try and make sure that my kids understand that they know it will not go on until I have checked it. And sometimes they go back and repeat the work because it's not there and they can't see it straight away. And I have to say, no, remember, we've got to wait until I approve it, then you will see it. Okay, saves you time, saves the kids time, and less stress. So same thing again, 2.5, 3 minutes, draw something, have a play, use all the tools, try something different, annotate on the journal. Let's see, there's some chats. My laptop doesn't let me take photos that aren't selfie mode. Yes, because you would need an outward camera for that one, sorry. Can everyone see each other's work? Yes, they would today because I haven't turned the setting off, but I will show you how to do that in your settings in a little while. Okay, so 2.5 minutes. Have a draw, have a doodle. I'll wait and check your beautiful drawings. Let's see what we've got. Try and use a different tool. If you're confident using something, try something else. Beautiful stick drawings. It's amazing. Oh, awesome. We've got 8 more unapproved, 9 more. Let's have a look. Dog, awesome. So cute. This is a drawing of me. That looks amazing. Love how you use some stickers as well. Awesome. My fiance and me. He doesn't have a body though. Should I be concerned? Oh, awesome. Cool. I definitely know my kids love the drawing tool more than any other tool because they can draw and do anything they please with that, and it's really great. Great for sharing ideas, picture responses, anything. The Bar family. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Oh, this person's got a voice recording. Awesome. Awesome. Photosynthesis. Can you tell me how the process works? Nice. My little helper. Oh, cute. Awesome. How long we've got? 30 seconds. Can the kids go back into their drawings to add things? Yes, they can. Cool. So I'm just going to stop the timer because it's really intense. Yeah, so kids can go back and edit their work by using the send back feature here. Now, this feature is available on laptops. I believe you can't see it on an iPad. So if you're on an iPad, you might not be able to see it. I can here click send back, and it will send it back to the kids and they can further edit. Once you have approved their work, so say for example, I've approved everything, and you think, oh no, I want to add more, you cannot then go and do it again. So this person's work here, they can create a copy and edit if they want to fix it up again. But once it's been approved and it's live on the journal, they can't edit the same thing. Okay, because your options as a student would have different options. Me as a teacher would have different, it looks different for a teacher. Yeah. So once it's been approved, it can't be edited. Okay. The only time you've got to go back and edit it would be when you've got that send back feature before it gets approved. Cool. Any other questions, definitely keep popping them through on the chat and I'll answer them as we go if they're relevant at this particular point. Cool. Awesome. All right, let's just quickly keep going because we've got 12 minutes. The upload tool and the note tool. We're not going to practice these. The upload tool is where you can upload photos, videos, things that you've done on your device to the journal. This is great for kids at home if they're wanting to take heaps of photos of things that they've done. You can share 10 photos at a time, multiple photos. You can also insert PDFs, Google Drive products as well, Google Docs, Google Slides and things, and those can be added on via the select from Google Drive. When you do use Google products though, they convert them to a PDF, so you cannot see an actual Google Doc in it. It takes a converted PDF format of it, okay? Notes are great for typing. You could have students publishing work while they're at home, writing stories, sending announcements, and you as a teacher can write a text announcement and send it to everyone. Students can publish their work and send that back to you using the note feature. Links. A link is a great way to share something fantastic that you might think that they should watch or do. You can use websites, YouTube links, links to other apps, links to websites, or anything that you feel valuable that you want them to look at. Last one is videos. You can edit videos, take videos up to 5 minutes long. These can be selfie videos or outward facing videos. Great for sharing what they've done, recording things, fluency checks, students just basically sharing, talking about what they're doing. When you create a video, it is only 5 minutes long, and the only tools you can use with a video is adding a caption underneath. You can't draw on a video, you can't insert a photo on a video, you can only just take a video. Cool. Very quick intro on those tools, okay? We're going to move into a few more things. If you've got any burning desire questions, please put them on the chat. Otherwise, we will move along. So, home learning codes. These are the new addition to Seesaw journals. These will help you get set up at home. Okay, there's two. You can see the main difference here between the codes. This one here on the right is what you use in the classroom. Okay, this one here is the one that you send home. Now, if you are using Google sign-in for your kids, so say for example, you're teaching older students that log in with a Google sign-in, they don't need a home learning code, because when they log on, they've already got the login, they could already get in. The home learning code is so that they have access as a student from home. So they don't use the home parent family app, they use the class app, and they can upload work as a student, okay? It allows them to access the journal. Now, when you use the home learning codes, they cannot see each other's work. Regardless of whether it's toggled on or off in your settings, they can't see each other's work. If you're using a Google sign-in, they still can, unless you have turned it off. So for today's session, the session here, you can see each other's work because I haven't turned it off. I'm going to show you now how to turn it off. So here's my classroom. Up here, this is where you get your home learning codes. If I click on the blue one, it's going to bring up my classes. You choose the one that you want, and then you're going to print those codes, and it will download a PDF of all of the codes that you have for your class, okay, for all of your students. Let's just go back here. Now to toggle it off, I come over to my settings. You then come down when it loads to students can see others' work. Now, currently you can see each other's work. At home, you don't want them to do that. So you would just push that and it will say, do you want that to happen? It will change it and you're going to click confirm change. For the sake of today, I'm not going to have that turned off. I'm going to have that turned on, but that is how you turn it off. I can see a question. Let me just quickly check that. How do students log in if they don't have their Google account login? From home. So if they have at home, they will use this, okay? So there are two ways to do that. You would click on the home learning code. You would click print code and it will download a PDF and you would email that home or send a photo of that home. Kind of tricky now because we've already gone into lockdown and we can't go and physically give it to the students. I was very fortunate. I had mine already set up so I could send mine out on Tuesday. But you could send home a photo or the PDF of it. Now, I had a question the other day on Tuesday. If you've got 90 kids in your class, that's a lot of individual emails, right? A lot of taking photos of this one PDF because it exports it as a giant long PDF of your class. You can actually download individual student home learning codes, okay? Individual. And how you do that is by clicking the wrench, manage students. You choose the student that you're looking for. So for example, student A. Then it brings up some options, home learning student code. And this will create a home learning code just for that one student. So then, for example, so I've got 18 kids, I would need to do that 18 times, but I would have 18 separate documents to email home, okay? If I use this way, it downloads it for me in one giant thread. So then I would have to export them all individually and that's just tiresome. So the other way, this way, could save you some time and ease if you're wanting to email it out to parents, okay? I have another question here. If you are at home and want to save separate home learning codes, you can print, save to PDF, then choose the page. I hope that makes sense. Yes, thanks, Bex. You could export them all individually. Yeah. Let's just have a look. Couple more chat questions. Does everyone have their own individual code or is it one for the class? They have their own. So when you're at home, you have your own code for just your one journal, okay? You don't have one for the whole class. It's one for your particular journal. Parents still have access via their parent link. Students have access via their own individual link. And if you download the Excel sheet, there's a link for each separate student. Yeah. How do I set up students with an account at school? If they don't have any Google account, can you sign them up in the website? Yes, you can sign them up. So back at the beginning, when you log into the website, it says, are you student or teacher? They would click student and they can sign up. How do families toggle between children? I can briefly talk you through that. It's going to be hard because I don't actually have that on my laptop. On a parent view, on a parent form, when they have it on their phone, up the top left, there's add journal and they can add separate students and then they can toggle between the two students on their phone. That's how parents can see different children. Sorry, can you clarify a bit more? What is the difference between home learning codes and the normal codes? Okay, so this normal code is the one you use in class. This is the one you put on the wall and kids log in, okay? In my classroom, I constantly have students can see each other's work, okay? This one here is for them to use at home. And one of Seesaw's features is they want to make it safe for students to have their work just for them and their family. So when you're using a home learning code, it is just your child's work. Unless it is a shared item or something from the teacher for everyone, the home learning code is just a code for their child's work. You can't see anybody else's unless it's an item for everyone, okay? This one here at school, it's like they use it at school, except you can see everybody's work, okay? The home learning code makes it a little bit safer for parents and for students so that you can just see your work. hopefully that helps. Can they use their school code at home? Yeah, yes, you can. I know Seesaw are trying not to let students, their point of difference here on that is that they're saying no, you're creating a home learning code to make it safe. If it's hard to get that sorted, then yes, you can use your school code, but make sure you toggle off students can see each other's work. Okay. That's their point of difference. They don't want each other, everyone, all the parents seeing each other's work and things like that, and then they can add work as each other's students. So if you're using the school code, remember when you add work, it gives you all the features, all the options to choose the names, right? Like you have today. When they're using their home learning code, it only brings up their name. So you're not going to have like person A adding work and pretending to be other people's work. They're just going to have upload the work as their person. Can you lock the school code? No, I don't know what you mean by lock the school code. I wouldn't, me personally, I would not recommend using the school code. If you're sending it home, use the home learning codes. They've been created in a way to help keep students' work safe and help ease the process, because when they're uploading their work, they're just going to be choosing their own name option. If you have the feature that students can see each other's work, does that mean that other students' families can also see? No, families only see the work that their child is tagged in. So me, I can only see my daughter's work unless she's worked with another friend. You can only see your child's work from home. Does that mean if we assign work to everyone, they'll be able to see others' work? Yes. Yep. So if you assign work to everyone, they'll all be able to see it because you've tagged it to everyone. Yes. If they have the home learning code, how do we assign work so that they can all get it? Through the activities tab. So I'm not touching on the activities today, but if you're wanting them to do work from home for everyone, you would use activities. Okay. I don't want to leave comments about their work, but can't. I often want to leave comments about their work, but can't read their work and record my voice comment at the same time as the recording box blocks their work. Is there a way to get around this? No, there isn't. Yeah, no, sorry. I can come back to that question at the end though. Let's just move on because I'm wary of time. If you've got other questions, totally, I can come back and answer these at the end. Class settings. So this is where you change things for your class. It's your settings. You can change and add other teachers here. So if we're going on lockdown and you want to create a class with another teacher, you can add them in here. You can have 2 teachers in your class. 2 teachers. If you have the paid version, you can have up to 10 teachers. Pretty sure 10 or 20. That's the difference between the free and the paid version. Students can add likes and comments to each other's work if you have it turned on. So if you have this turned off, they will not be able to comment or like each other's work, okay? You need to have that on or off to be able to have it working. Privacy issues, leave it off, okay? Manage families. I always have manage families require approval turned on because sometimes parents can add things that you might not like. I know we like to think that all our parents are amazing and that they will be respectful of each other and their child's work. Sometimes that does not happen. I have seen some very sketchy comments in the past that I have not approved. It also tells you which family members are connected. And a couple of extra features here. The last thing I'm going to chat about is announcements. Announcements is basically like Seesaw Messenger, like Facebook Messenger, but for Seesaw, or an email communication. These are private with the parent or the student. Even if you send an announcement to all the family members, only the parent thread that you have going on, only they can see that message. When you click on send announcement, it gives you some options, all students, all families, or everyone. Then you type your message and you can add some things to your message, like a photo, a drawing, a video, a newsletter, anything you would like to your announcement. It will then tell you who has seen it and who has not, and they can reply back. Once you have messaged parents, it then opens it up for them to be able to message you back. Let's just see. Are you having a Zoom about activities? Yes, I am. It is next week. So family members is the parent only. Yes. So family members is the parent only. Yes. Yep. Sorry. Took me a while to understand your question. Sorry. If I add another teacher, they will get all the requests for approval. Yes. So when you add another teacher, they have all the same rights that you do. They will get bombarded by emails and notifications. So they can approve things. They can comment. They can send and message parents. Everything you can do, they can do. Let's just move on. Oh, cool. Here is some information about further Seesaw things. Now this one today obviously is a really quick intro. I have got more information on my website, www.mrspresleyICT.com, with other sessions I have run which sort of draw it out a little bit more, if you want to check those out. I am going to open it up for questions, okay? If you've got a question, pop it in the chat and I will answer those right now. If you are wanting to leave, thank you so much for coming. I really hope that has helped show you a little bit of how Seesaw works. If you have any other questions, anything you need help with, totally message me, Facebook, Instagram, email. I am always willing to help and chat through things. I'm running the same session again next week and also one on activities, okay? So some questions here. If I have never set it up before now with my class, do you think it would be too hard while we are in lockdown? Potentially, it could be, because I know when I have introduced Seesaw, I've done lots of modeling and lots of teacher small group scaffolding. And if we don't have that with our kids, it could be too hard. You could set up yourself videos, film yourself doing videos of how to do it and share it beforehand, but potentially it could be problematic, yes. On the slide before it says add students and add families. Sorry, what is the difference? Oh, add students is where you add more students to your classroom. So if you have a new student join, you can add them there. And add families is where you go to get the link for families to sign up. Not a question. I just think, oh, thanks guys. Awesome. Oh, you guys are so kind. Any idea of the day activity for Activity Zone? Let me just check. I will tell you when the activity one is on. It is on next week. I know that. I'm running this same session again on Thursday next week, and the activities one is on Tuesday next week. Cool. So activities is Tuesday next week. The link is on my Facebook page. You can sign up. There's already 50 signups, but I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to take the whole 100. So if you're wanting to come to that, I'll open it right up to everybody. Awesome. Yay. So cool. I'm so glad that I could help everybody. I really hope that this has helped you a little bit. I know that the lockdown period is quite scary, and yeah, I really hope that this has just helped. Message me anytime. Any question, no question is a silly question. I've got lots of videos, help videos on my website too. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do I find it? You can find the videos on my website. Yeah, cool. Awesome. If there's no more questions, I'll give it another minute, but if there's no more questions, I will stop it there. Let's just check back. I've answered everything. Just double checking. Cool. I think that's all. Oh, we're looking at just beginning with Seesaw. Does that mean there will need to be 3 codes sent home, 1 for family, 1 for school code, and 1 for home? No. So if you're just starting out and we're in lockdown period now, send home the family one for the families and then the home learning code. That's it. Don't send home the school one because it's irrelevant right now, because we're obviously not going to be at school. Are we able to get a copy of your slides? Yes, I will go how will I share those slides? I will share the slides on my Facebook page. I'll put a link to it. It was at the beginning of this. I'll go here. Now I'm just mumbling. There we go. The link is right there for the slides if you want those. Do you use this platform exclusively or other platforms too? I teach littles. I teach little kids, so I don't use Google Classroom, no. I have before with big kids, but not with little kids. While we're on lockdown, I'm using Zoom to have conversations and check in with them. Yep, but we wouldn't usually. No, it's just for the circumstances of what we're in now, what we're facing. Yeah, cool. Choice. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to end it there. You guys are amazing. Any questions? Flick me a message somehow. Facebook, Instagram, email. Thanks heaps. Have a great holiday as we start the holidays basically after today. Cool. See you guys later. Thanks heaps.